Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Meta Tearing Up with me, Lathrix, and of course the soaring redundancy. So, sir and sirettes, it's been quite some time indeed, has it not, since we've touched the Tearing Up series, and with pretty good reason. I was kind of unsure of how we're going to continue this particular series and the ways it's going to go about. So, sir and sirettes, first of all, I'd like to say I'm very thankful because of our lack of higher tier weapons and our lack of huge CPU. We were actually far less affected than I first thought with the changes. We are indeed in tier 7. In fact, we're quite happily in tier 7 now, a lot more than we was before, and we have been leveled up significantly. As you can see, I have just over 200 P-flops to spend now, whereas before I was already right there. So, sir and threads, we're going to carry on regardless. We just have to be careful about the weapons we use, as if we use the tier 8 launcher, which we can very, very soon unlock, we're going to be instantly in tier 8. So today, sir and threads, we're going to be getting into a few matches and just seeing what the playing field is like these days. Having a look at the 3 bases, and having a look at what kind of bots we're going to expect. We're going to be expecting to see. I'm hoping a lot less SMGs than previously, though I very much doubt it. So, without any more really to say, as there really isn't much else to say other than, yep, we're definitely going to be continuing with this series rather, as a lot of people were asking me if I was going to continue it, or was I going to scrap it, or what was I going to do? So yes, we are definitely keeping it, sir and threads. There is absolutely no fear about that. I still adore this spot, I adore the series, and desperately want to get tier 10 in it. We won't be going full on gun rush, because that would be boring, and honestly I don't really want to be smacked around the head by higher tiers too much, even though I already will be since I'm playing a flyer. Actually, I'm going to buy a couple more tier 7 cubes before we go, just because I kind of can. That's kind of cool to do. I like tier 7 cubes, as they will armor us up to no end. Now, where's our seat currently? Our seat is currently here, so let's make sure the blocks underneath the blocks which are connected to the seat at least have a little bit more deflection power. Okay, back in a second. Hopefully today we'll at least get the RP and the tech tokens for the next aerofoils and rudders. So, back in a second. Okay, here we are, sir and sirettes. It seems like I get this map kind of disproportionately high amount of times every time I play any form of flyer, which is really upsetting to me. Perhaps it's because I'm noticing so I don't like this map as a flyer, and thus every time I'm here I'm thinking, oh god, not this map again. That's a very agile looking bomber. I mean, admittedly he's being attacked by an interceptor, so I very much doubt his lifespan's going to be particularly high, but still. Ooh, there's a rail on the enemy team over there. Better be a little bit careful, but I do kind of want to steal the kill. Got to be honest. There we go, a nice kill for us. And a bit of overclocking gained from it. So we can help out the team. I do love on this map the fact that we no longer have the tower down there, which for 2 reasons. 1, I hate going down there as a ground unit, and 2, it means that there's less ground units down there when I'm trying to use it as a bit of a sneaky path for my flyers. Now that rail is still very much active and probably will be camping near the base for a good chunk of the match, as he's already kind of shown a bit of a habit of doing it already. Just going by his current actions. Wow, one of their guys has a overclock level of 4. That's impressive, honestly. There we go, fantastic. Let's go and help out the one over there. So they've already went down the right side and took that. Let's see if we can perhaps take this. Stay low, the rail is a climber of some kind. I'll have to bear that in mind. There we go. We could lob a bit of plasma at him, try to get him back into the shield. Might not be the worst idea in the world. Damn, I was hoping to perhaps take off one of his legs or 2, but sadly not. Well, we got hit once, but we did a lot of damage back to him. Oh, yep, he's back retreating, that's fantastic, but can we perhaps get the kill? Doubt it, very much doubt it. One of his guns is still charged. Little bit of damage done. I think the SMG is going to get the kill, but I will still get the assist bonus, so I'm happy enough. And there goes all of his guns. Let's keep him crippled or kill. Well, I was actually going to lean on the side of keep him crippled, but well, he's dead. That's always good. They're one of the most feared kinds of enemy for me is dead. Of course, that being a rail. Oh, hello. Oh, he's very hasty to try and shoot me then. Oh, he has all the tier 4 stuff. It's not fair. Q. I may have forgot that rails now spawn in charged. Got to be honest, completely slipped my mind. I was like, oh, it's okay, I've got a few seconds. Oh wait, no I don't. No, I certainly do not. Oh, there's a rail over there. Thankfully he was spotted by our SMG friend. I'm very tempted to make an interceptor copter, got to be honest. Got to be honest. There we go. Oops. Didn't actually mean to steal a kill there. Sorry, sir. I just wanted to help. Rails are a scary business, and I don't want you to be hurt. A gift for you! Boom! There's the rail. Oh, want to stay lower than that, but okay. In the face. Damn, two rails right there. That's terrifying, honestly speaking. Well, there's a little bit of damage to both, but I've been spotted, which is absolutely terrifying for me. A lot of them terrifying at the moment. He's just camping the bubble. Yeah, I thought he was going to be doing it, and sadly I was correct. It's not always good to be correct, you know, so it's not always good to be correct. Sometimes you want to be proven wrong, like, I bet he's going to camp that bubble and make it really difficult for me to actually do anything, and thus provide the role of zone denier. Sadly, perfectly correct, and he's being a zone denier. On the upside, my plane showing a remarkable amount of sturdiness when it comes to being hit by rails, which I didn't expect. Perhaps he's only using the tier... Oh, of course, he's only using the tier 7 rails because he can't use tier 8 anymore. That actually is really good for... I didn't even think about that, but flyers must have got quite a nice sturdiness increase due to the fact that enemies can't use the next tier of guns, and well, flyers are generally the most penalised when it comes to damage increases. So that's... Perhaps we should go full-out defense for a while, because that way we could go for increasing our armor, increasing our shields. That way the tier 7 weaponry perhaps will have a bit less of an advantage versus us. Damn, a little bit missed. I'm going to actually go and heal. I know I'm not very damaged, but I am spotted, you see. So all I want to do is wait until the spot's gone so I can perhaps do a bit of a sneaky run. There's a bomber over there, going for our tower. Now, if he's the guy from earlier, he has the power to stop at any given time. However, thankfully he didn't see me. He was too focused on the medic. Why have we got a medic over here on its own? Is that full health? Well, they've got Trollbot. Sadly, very common at the moment. People are trying to make a point about the changes by making extremely small robots. I do not approve of this in the slightest. It's so sad for both teams involved. Because on their team, they've got someone who's absolutely useless on their team. For our team, it kind of invalidates the game a little bit, honestly. Yeah, you won. Well, one of their bots was essentially the equivalent of a lever.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
We are doing okay though. We're the high. We are joint highest. Jesus, we are joint highest. Why can't I say that? We are joint highest in overclocking on our team. Which tower is under attack? I wasn't paying attention. All I heard was under attack. And it isn't our plutonium reactor. Oh, that's the guy who can stand still. I thought it was the other guy I shot. It is a very good technique if you're into dogfighting. Having the ability to suddenly stop still is very, very good. Well, that's him basically out of the match at least. Reduced effectiveness. Very sturdy bot. Clearly built for this.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
Oh, very self-destructed, didn't they? Oh, the rail killed him. I was not paying attention. I tried to listen to what the woman's saying at the same time. I kind of wanted to get some kills, to get some RP. I do love me RP, I do. Plasma bomber there. I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to do this. Pew! Oh, I love doing that. The long-distance plasma launch at the reactor is just heavenly. Well, got his front off. Aha! Well, he's out for blood. I can't exactly blame him. There we go. We got him first, and we didn't get the kill, but we certainly got the assist. There we got the kill. Excellent. Not a bad match at all thus far. Going for that SMG. That SMG is really, really sturdy. It seems like it's almost uncrippleable. Damn. He's also a big fan of spotting, which is a shame. Why you play good? Ooh, our medic's over there. That's nice. Oh, beautiful. Both of them hit at once. That's exactly what I wanted to see there. A little bit of lag there from the rail, made it a little bit difficult to figure out where he was going, but still managed to hit the front at least. There we go, same again. Don't think he's got... No, he's definitely got a gun left, never mind, I was incorrect there. There's their little troll bot. I thought he was a medic, actually a plasma. Yeah, you hit me, I kill you. I like that. Oh, now I'm dead. Or not. Or perhaps not. Excellent. Oh, ooh, all my kills on the scoreboard there. Loving that. Bottom fusion tower under attack, okay. Oh, that rail's after me. He's a bit too hasty to try and kill me, and as a result he's missing quite a few hits. He's not taking the time to actually aim. Which I'm completely okay with. Dear enemy rails, you know what's overrated? Aiming. Let's see if we can get the kill in this SMG before he can actually defend. God, that thing's sturdy. Full yellow armor. See, that's what I need. Look how sturdy that armor is. Just plasma after plasma beating into it, it's just not making a scratch. Obviously, it's slowly, but there's the point, isn't it? Oh, mid-air destruction. The best kind of destruction, if you ask me. Should have gone for the... Why didn't I go for the crystal? Well, I'm going to be too low by the time I get out of here. Let's go for their tower. Oh, there you are. Hello. That's a little troll bot, I believe. And boom! Lovely overclocked plasma damage. I was so happy when they started to overclock plasma damage. I remember at the start when they simply increased the fire rate, and that's just... It's no... It is good for flyers, but it's not as good as just a pure damage increase. As kind of hit and runs are kind of it's kind of the preferred tactic. You don't really want to be in the thick of combat for too long, so so you're not really firing on cooldown anyway. The only time you really are is against towers like this. These things can float a lot better. Oh, of course, I haven't tried to do this since I added the extra rudders. There's an enemy bot over there. Rail. Down we go. Okay, let's go and get healed. Whoa, he's going right to the front of the battle. I'm okay with that, though. There we are. There goes his top section, which included several of his guns. Slow down again, and let's volley that. Which side's actually... I can't tell which side's actually attached still. Rail fly over there, let's give it a quick volley. SMG after me, okay, going down. Definitely needs to be repaired. I'm struggling to control on turns because I've lost some of my thrusters. I think I deserved that kill. I don't think that was really a kill steal. I'm spotted, sadly. And now I'm not, which means he shouldn't be able to actually see me. I've also lost most of my guns. I should have also put that as a reason to get repaired. I like being a flyer. I don't know what it is. It's just, I can't stand being any other type of bot for too long. I like the freedom of being a flyer. That's what it is. Nothing's quite as free. I mean, that's why almost all my walkers are always walker flyers. The only pure walker I've got is sloth, and that's because I wanted to see how sturdy I can make a walker. Apparently quite. Just scratch the paintwork then, that SMG. Well, at least that'll annoy him a little bit. There we are. And that should hit both of them, fantastic. Killed the one and damaged the other significantly. Oh yeah, stay there, stay there, stay there. There we go. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, do I have 2 troll bots on their team? I think they might have 2 troll bots. Oh, no wonder we won so easily. I should have chat on, I bet they're screaming about it. But at the moment, honestly, chat is a joke. Particularly when in the mothership, it's just... There's a lot of very angry people. Yay, we got the kill just as it ended. Fantastic. GG, I would say, if we actually had chat on. Team victory. Wow, with a massive lead of 18 kills, 1 self-destruct, which of course counts as a kill, which I think is completely reasonable. Honestly, if you self-destruct, that means you're in a position where you're out of the match, or you're trying to be a troll. So there's their 2 little troll bots there. Lovely. You 2 people should be very proud of yourself. You're both making everything slightly worse, and making the point. Oh well. We've got the score, we've got the damage, excellent. Very, very happy with that, extremely happy, and that will be our victory bonus of the day, which is just fantastic. How much did we get? We got 64 tier 7 tokens, 132,000 RP. Well, that's just honestly absolutely phenomenal. Tier 7, does that have the... No, it's... these aren't the tier 6, just increased stat versions, you know, the same model stats. Okay. So what else do we need? I'm just going to go with that. I was hoping to get the rudders as well, but I'm not quite there. That's a shame, because the rudders are pretty awesome on this thing, so let's get 2 of those straight away. I could perhaps consider trying to put 2 wings in the middle rather than the rudders, but those rudders are doing a remarkably good job, so I don't think I will be, but they're good. They're good. Here's the problem, you see, the tier 7 ones are large. I was hoping it was the same model, so the same size, but they did, you know when they had yellow, they had a little tick just to say this has tiered up, but it's kept the same model. I was hoping that would be the case here, but sadly not. Sadly not indeed. Tier 7 cubes. Let's start armoring up as much as we can. Because as we saw in that match, the bots with the tier 7 armor were ridiculously good in terms of just taking damage, which is exactly what we want. I'm still not a fan of the new sound effects, got to be honest. A lot of people really like them. I don't. They seem too scratchy. It's like metal being scratched against something. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan at all. Lathris complains about more in the patch. This time, sound effects. Will the horror ever end? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need these again, and you 2 there. Is that an orange block? So many orange... Oh my lord, that's right there in the core. Well, that was a bit of a weak point. I'm very glad we found before going into another match. Whoopsie doodle. There should be a way to, like, I do honestly believe there should be a way to, like, auto-replace blocks. So, like, all tier 6 blocks become this block, and of course if you've got the blocks in your inventory, it just swaps them out. I would very much like that, because this is a very redundant and boring process, honestly. There's not really much... You know, it's not like a matter of skill or a matter of creativity or anything, it's just a matter of I am literally replacing blocks with other blocks. That's all I am doing right now. There we go. It's not even like a different kind of block, it's the exact kind of block, just a tier up. Just so I've got a little bit more sturdiness in the connector points. There's a lot of the stuff done, and you can change there, and you can change there, and you can reattach. Yeah, there we are. And I think that's almost it. Have we got any more blocks to use? I've got one of these. I don't really know where I can put this without making it asymmetrical. So, we could sell the... I don't really want to use the rest of the CPU right now, so I'm not sure what I want to use it on. I think with that much CPU, we'd need a bit of a full rechange, honestly. We'd have to go very full on when it comes to it, so I'll be waiting for a while for that. A few more of these, excellent, and let's get back to tiering this thing up. Aha, of course, all the undercarriage here is all prisms. Oops, of the new. Grr. How dare you? Well, I guess we could use shields, I guess. I'm just thinking, what could we do with the CPU that wouldn't require a complete and utter rechange to everything we have? And I guess we could add shields. Shields don't need to be a complete redesign, just a mild one around certain areas. So what shields do we have available? We currently don't have the tier 7 available, which is a shame. We do have the others though, so where would we want any shielding whatsoever? Having shielding here is nice, having shielding on the undercarriage is nice, having it back here would be cool. There's a lot of places, but for now I think I'm just going to completely arm this up in tier 7 cubes, as I do believe that's the most reliable option to increase our survivability. Plus it's hardly even touching the ranking, so we can do the shields afterwards. And then eventually the weapon comes last, of course, because the weapon is... Well, it's pretty much everything, isn't it? It tiers us up, it instantly tiers us up these days, so... That is the last thing you will always buy these days, which is I like saying these days, apparently. At the moment, that's all you have to buy, and that will, of course, tier you up straight away, because that's how it works. Now. There we go. There we are. You two can change, so can you. Where else is regular cubes, or have I actually managed to get everything? Nope, I have not managed to get everything just yet. So it's 1, 2, and 3. There we are. And I could change those over, but I like them as they are. How many blocks have I left to use? 5. I guess I bet there's some on the inside. Probably some on the inside still. Like so. And let's check over here as well. And straight away, oh god, that was attached to a blue block. Whoops a daisy. I thought I'd changed that. So the outside is a bit blue there, but the inside is completely yellow. Okay, so let's get into another match. We're going to play a classic match to round the episode off, I think. So back in a second with that. Okay, and we're back. And thankfully, only one enemy rail, although there are 2 enemy SMGs. Thankfully, neither of them being interceptors. We do, however, have to be a little bit concerned because they do have 4 or 3 plasma bombers. I've already forgot, so I was only briefly looking. Look how long these freaking wings are compared to what they used to be. Yeah, we need to make our boss a little bit longer, I think, just because otherwise we're kind of becoming a cube. Very soon we'll become a cube, because I actually quite like how we look at the moment, but very soon we'll be very cube-like. I mean, we're quite sturdy at the moment. I'm quite happy with the design, and it kind of, right now, no engines. It floats really, really well with the extra rudders. What I need is my teammates to spot that rail. I'm hoping it's not a walker. I'm hoping it's like a little tank or something, just so it's more predictable on where it'll be on the map. That's the only real reason. Because walkers generally, not always, but generally are a bit more frail, because the legs kind of promote a very splayed kind of design on the bot, and they tend to be weak, a little bit more exploitable with plasma because of that. Is that a medic? Well, there's a down plasma bomber. Let's make sure it stays down. Well, we're definitely making sure it stays down. Hello. And that took out both of his rotors. Say hello to the ground for me, sir. I don't know what either you are, but a plasma bomb always helps. I just saw a rail line aiming at me. I believe it's somewhere near their... Sorry, somewhere near our base. I always think of it as their base because it's the base they're going towards. I don't know why I keep doing that reason. Is that medic trying to be an interceptor? Oh, never mind. There's the rail. It's right there. Wrong side. Well, hit it at least. Didn't do too much damage to it. What's with the walkers being remarkably sturdy today? Just try and prove me wrong, I think. Okay, it's going to be really, really close. Okay, I fired when he jumped to try and catch him mid-air. Then I thought to myself, you know what, I'll duck very quickly behind this rock. Which I did do, but I also clipped it. Wow. Wow. That was actually terrible. That completely stopped me in my tracks. It's these wings! I'm honest, that's the reason why that happened. I'm not used to them. If he's still down though, oh there he is. I was about to say he hasn't been spotted, but he got spotted, so that's fantastic. No, that's an SMG tank. Where's the rail gone? That is a very block spammy SMG tank, I do approve. However, that is scary for me as a plasma. Oh, back rudder's gone, that's okay, we're not too bad. He doesn't understand how to burst fire, and that led to his untimely demise. There is one of their medics, let's go for that. Here's plasma. What's he going to do? He's trying to be a bit erratic, I think, to try and dodge the plasma, which is more than fair enough. Nice and low. There we go. And a finishing blow to the face. Honestly, I do think plasma bombers have had a huge buff with the current how the tiering mechanisms work and the building restrictions, because it's led to very small block spam, and it's led to the eradication of guns which instantly kill me, like the higher tier rails and SMGs. When you're using tier 8 and tier 7, that was a big problem to me. So honestly, as a plasma bomber, we should all rejoice for the changes, because it's really strengthened our cause. Certainly nerfed a lot of others, but well, I'm not playing them, am I, currently, so... Team victory! GG team! Yay! I'm the bestest scorer! That was very enjoyable 2 matches. It must be said. Sometimes you just get some lucky matches, honestly, and that is a prime example of that, honestly. The rail, for some reason, wasn't focusing on me, not sure why, and the SMG was a bit... I'm going to say new. See, I don't want to say, like, he's a new player, therefore he's bad, but he didn't understand that at range, burst firing is significantly better, because honestly, for the most part, he was aiming at me. Just, there were so many shots missing, the damage he was actually inflicting was so minor, we just kind of, well, went through it and survived. There wasn't really much of a recourse to us. Okay, so I'm just going to do some final yellowing up, and then I think we'll call the episode for today, Sir and Turrets. So I'm happy enough to be back in the tiering series, honestly. We just have to approach it differently and be careful. I don't want to set an example of tiering remarkably quickly and then ending up being too weak in the following tiers. That's not enjoyable. It really, really is not. Okay, so what do I even need before I do that? You know what, Sir and Turrets, I'll do it off camera. You don't need to see this, and I'm sure most of you don't want to see me simply yellowing up the bot. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to start unlocking the rest of the cubes because I want to. So we're going to have the inners and the tetras, and then I'll save up for the new rudders. So thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video and are enjoying the series as a whole, both the Meta Tearing Up series and Robocraft in general, then of course likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly shows that Robocraft is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Do take care. Until next time. Goodbye.